Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beyond Bows and Arrows, and a new year, 2016, as KNON has a lot of good stuff going on, as well as Beyond Bows and Arrows. And one of the added benefits for this radio show is the fact that we can have guests in studio with little or no prep time, and that's what the deal is right now. I'll turn microphone on and introduce yourself, young man.
My name is Arthur Redcloud.
Hey, Arthur, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. It was an honor to be here, sir.
Yeah, and so what tribal affiliation are you?
Navajo.
Navajo, yeah, good deal. And where are you from originally?
Out there by Arizona, in Window Rock.
Somewhere way out there.
Yeah, right there.
There's no street signs, no stop signs, just out there.
Just a rock on the road or a bush on the road.
You go past that one intersection with those three cars that are stacked on the side. Well,
yes.
We just go another mile and you turn right there where you see some tracks on the road.
Exactly. Exactly.
But don't mess with my sheep.
Oh, right. It's usually the third cattle guard down the road. Right?
Those guys out at federal prison, I always tease them about their sheep. Don't tease about my sheep. Leave me alone. Oh, yeah. It's good seeing you again.
Good to see you too, Albert.
And I understand you had some busy activity in the film industry. Yes,
I've had a huge God-gift favor to actually partake in the upcoming film called Revenant.
It's just released, I believe.
It's just about to be released. It goes on nationwide on the 8th of January. So I'm looking forward to it. And
you had a pretty good role in this film.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have, and yes, I do. It's been a huge role that took a lot of time to walk into, but also filter out with everything that's been going on. But also, I've just remembered that on the 7th is actually an early release for this film to be out in Waxahachie, because it's only playing at 2 theaters on the 7th at 7 o'clock in North Park 15 in Dallas.
Okay, they're going to have a premiere showing?
I don't think it's going to be premiere, but that's the earliest they can see it. Otherwise, they'll have to wait till the 8th for it to come out to a theater near them.
Because I thought maybe you'd be walking on that red carpet.
Well, I'm going to be. I have a watch party going on with some fellow friends and the reenactment, as well as the photo shoot friends I have that I do every year. They're all doing a little get together with me and for me down there at Waxahachie on the 7th. So looking forward to it.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Oh, and the 8th, too. The 8th, I'm going to be sitting with some church friends as well as some other friends who can't make it to the 7th at AMC Grapevine.
Okay. What kind of time frame are we talking about with this shoot?
This shoot took place in Canada, in Calgary, Canada, probably a good 2 hours west, up there in the Canadian Rockies. They got me on rehearsal from September to November, and then they took our a 2-month break. Just for the holidays, and then they
had to let it get colder.
Oh yeah, they had to let it get colder too. Yes, yes.
Because I imagine out in the wilderness.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just cold or freezing; it was freezing cold. Yes, one of the California magazines quoted me on that. That was pretty surprising. That day they said it was freezing cold, not just cold or freezing. So. Yeah, it was fun, though, too. So.
I just wonder how that compares to Oklahoma cold, because Oklahoma cold is just, to me, is just bad.
I think that would be mean, but I think Canadian has it tops on us to be really brutal. I mean, brutal to beat you down. So it's pretty chilly up there, really cold.
Yeah. So, for our listeners, you've been in the film industry for how long?
Good two 3 years. I've just done small, I've been blessed to walk into some, slow budget films, as well as be asked by several friends who are directors or trying to work their way up to be directors in some upcoming films, to partake in. So that kind of helped a lot to, with my talent and skills and stuff still need to learn too. So,
okay. Yeah. Are there other, American Indians on the film?
Yes, there is. One of my good friends, he comes from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He is probably in his 17, 16-year age, and he's still going to, I forget what school up there he's going to, but he is also in this film. He's also Navajo, and he's a Rikara, and I forget the other one, what tribe nationality comes from, but he lives up there. And he's in this major film with DiCaprio. He plays DiCaprio's son in this film. And then also there's a First Nation guy who's a very good actor, a very good friend of mine. His name is Dwayne Howard, and he lives up there in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay. Well, outstanding. And so as far as the film itself goes, you satisfied with the work? Have you seen
Oh, yes. I've seen it probably a good 4, 5, 6 times. I gotta leave to go to LA to go to not LA, but to New York to go to the premiere up there, and I'll probably see it one more time, and looking forward to that too. But it's so meaningful, and it says so many things in that whole time frame that more films need to come out and kind of produce this kind of work.
Okay. A little bit of information for listeners, because there may be somebody out there that is interested in doing film work. I mean, did you go to school for it, or you're just
I did some odd classes here to kind of start out when I could between work and time off and all that stuff, but also just I guess you could say this was more of a work of God, because just going to the audition.
It's like hitting the lottery, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, but I think this is more beneficial than our lottery, because walking into that, just even doing the audition was such a life-changing moment.
And what was life-changing about it?
Well, stepping up from, doing some work, it's, it's like going up there and hitting the golden bell and coming this far in a short amount of time. So.
Because usually it's several times before you even get a speaking opportunity, much
exactly.
less.
That's exactly, you're right. That's exactly why it's such a, for me, it's such a God thing and a creator thing to, that's why I say favor, to just be able to have an opportunity and take that opportunity and kind of work through that and, and do your best with it so he can take care of that.
I have to ask this. In all seriousness, at any time during the film that you point with your lips?
I think I'll be honest with you, I think that was probably, a thing they all learn, and I would honestly say yes, because, like I said, it was freezing cold, okay? Freezing cold that, the finger thing would, if you get that enough out there, I think it would freeze off. So, yeah. A lot of lip motion.
Okay. I'm just thinking, it probably did, as cold as it was, a restricted movement. It's like, go
yes.
over there, over there.
Yes. A lot of nodding, a lot of lip moving, yes.
Yeah. Harold?
So did you get a chance to meet Leonardo DiCaprio and everything, and the director? I can't remember what his name is, but
Alejandro Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yes. I got to meet and get to know and work with a Class 5 actor as Mr. DiCaprio. Yes.
Well, with this movie, do you think there's a chance that he could call in with us when you go to the premiere and get him on the air?
I would. I hope so. I mean, I don't know if he would, but.
Yeah, I know. It's, his schedule is real rough, but hey, if we can get that, like you said, a Class 5 actor, someone who's, because they're talking Oscar buzz about this movie as well too. Best picture, best actor, and everything else that goes
best
with it
ending.
as well too. So.
Oh well, I hope maybe they'll throw that in there too. I don't know.
It's between you and
I would say that would mean I would win the lottery. There you go.
Between you and Dwayne, is that who's got the better role on that one? So.
I would say Dwayne, because Dwayne had a role to where if he didn't fulfill his mission, then he wouldn't have gotten his destiny. So he wouldn't have gotten the gift that was given back to him. So I would say probably Dwayne.
I know it's getting off subject. I know that I read about is that he was not acting for a long while. He was acting, but then he got back into it. He was, like you were talking yourself, how the creator blessed him and got this big major role in this film, especially with the great director and a great actor as well too. So for y'all to do this, that's a great opportunity.
It's a favor. Yeah, it's not just a great opportunity, but a favor from God to walk into and work with such an amazing director as Alejandro, and as you know, and especially him coming up with Birdman and 21 Grams, and and then as well as I don't want to forget the cinematographer Emmanuel. He just completely rocked this scene. Actually every scene with from shooting with DiCaprio, shooting with Tom Hardy, Will Poulter, it just sunk them together. But I'm not saying it was easy, it was hard, but it was sort of, I'll take Mr. Leo's words, it was a dance that, choreographically had to be worked out, and, especially with, final shooting to be, just perfect.
And especially with the trailer, it sees there's a lot of action scenes that go about with that. How many takes you had to do it over and over, or did y'all have to get it spot on just that one time?
The way I've been listening to and as well as, it was more of, like I said, it was a dance. So there was a lot of rehearsal, but also we had to get the time right. It was more about time than anything to grab that one scene and rehearse all day long, as well as into the evening, but to capture that one good scene in that hour and a half, 2 hours of light and weather and all that stuff to make that scene completely just phenomenal.
Can you give us a synopsis of what the movie is about, his character, or do you kind of have an idea about it?
It's a book, it's written off a book. It's all true events. It takes place in the early 1700s, and it's a character by the name of Hugh Glass, who eventually just gets left by his men and then gets mauled over by a bear.
And so, what role do you have? What's the name of your character that you play in this?
Mine is Hitka. He is a Pawnee warrior. I'm not going to try to give too much info about me. I'd rather people go see it and figure it out. Yeah. But my character name is Hitka, and he comes from the Pawnee Nation. And I had a coach to actually help me with learning and to speak Pawnee. I'm not fluent, but to get those lines down, it took a lot of work as well. But I think it says so much even in one scene.
I hope he didn't sneak any bad words on you.
Oh my! I think it would have stayed with him long enough. I think I would probably be able to learn the bad words. But so far, it was just a great line.
So, what tribes are all represented? Like you said, Pawnee is
Pawnee and mainly Arikara. You'll see when you get to it and you start hearing the language. It's either in Pawnee or Arikara. So,
okay, well. So you had mentioned the Class 5 actor. What is your classification?
I'm just a good actor who is still learning his craft and still learning from.
So the classification goes what? 5's the best?
I would say 5 is the best. Yes.
And then
I don't know all the qualifications, but I think just time as far as experience as well as heart, I think, that can take, you to a good, a good level like that. And, Mr. DiCaprio has a huge heart for that as well as for our people.
Yes. Lines, how difficult was it to memorize and do the lines in a good way?
It was fun. Could have been fun if we learned the bad words, but you know what? It was fun, but also really, it taught me a lot. It was really like, just fun, but also really humbling at the same time to learn other languages, for these role, but also for the scene, or, so it was just amazing just to have fun with it too.
Are you fluent in Navajo?
Fluent. Somewhat in Navajo, yes.
Okay, so. All right, good, because I know that people, especially down here in the Texas area, oh, you need to learn how to talk Spanish. And I'm like, my mom would kill me if I learned Spanish before Cheyenne.
That's hard. Yeah, I mean, but it's like I said, it's mainly about those two, and it's just amazing how even the lines to come into talking to actually conversation into those too. So I think that was a lot that was going on that people hopefully will catch.
Okay, all right. So with exposure on this, you have sent a lot of spider web, if you would, out into the universe, and so who knows where you will end up next in what film work. Exactly.
I leave that up to creator, to God, because he's the one that got me to where I am now, and it's just been such a life changing as well as a heart changing moment to walk into this and look forward and also just try to represent the people, our people, ancestors, and so forth.
Yeah. I know, like me and Harold and I have some exposure to that Walker Texas Ranger, and some of the deals on there, some of the stuff they were trying to put off that Indians do is like, no, that's not what they do. And thank goodness that the producer would back off and say, okay, well, we're not going to include that. We'll look at it in this manner. So, did you run across any of that?
Doing scenes over, you mean?
No.
Or
any misconceptions or what they think Indians should do?
Indians,
like that whole Adam Sandler Ridiculous Six type situations.
You know what? I would say this, and I say this now. This film is so
very accurate.
Very accurate. Yes.
Okay, because they don't do the
No, they don't.
Tomahawk chalk or anything
No. This has a lot of depth spiritually to it, and it's not just a story being told or a story that was shown, but I think it's a lot of correction of people's misinterpretations and misperspectives. So it gets really to the heart of our people, as well as just who we are, what we are, but also I think it remembers and honors our ancestors.
Yeah, because I've and you've probably experienced this too. I've been on some sets where that the producers say, "Well, I don't care. This is how we're going to do it." And they're putting the bill, and so it's like
this director was so open, especially when it came to that, whether it be my role, Dwayne's role, or my good friend Forrest Goodluck's role. I didn't get to say his full name earlier, but his name is Forrest Goodluck. He worked individually as well as for a while, not just on our character as well as just for that role. In those scenes, he really did a lot of research. He toothpicked and just was so analytical about making sure everything was completely accurate with time as well as the people and beliefs and so forth.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Hit a home run.
I think so.
A grand slam, if you would, to go from bit parts to boom in the spotlight.
Yeah, that's been a huge eye opener, as well as just like, wow, my acting coach, she always says, just look at God, So I just like, wow, and because you have to sometimes step back and look like, wow, he just did all that. So yeah.
And so did the check clear?
Check is clear and good, and
will you receive any residuals or anything like that?
I believe I will, is what I'm hearing. So I'm looking forward to that, and just seeing
$1.85 here, $1.85 there, but they all add up later on. So, but
absolutely.
And you got your IMDb, so you can put that on there, top of the list. So.
There you go, exactly.
And you got your SAG card and all that,
right?
Dues are paid, so keep those cards and letters coming in.
Exactly. Keep it valid. Keep it going. Keep it hot. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming to the radio show and sharing your experience.
Yes, absolutely, Albert.
Anything you want to share with the listening audience as aspiring actors or actresses?
Kids, or
I would say
aspiring actors.
You know what? Say your prayers and remember who's first in your life, but also just to always do everything and anything you can to get the experience, but also I guess like people call it a craft, to hone your craft into not just the character you want to be, but your talents as well as the roles you want to play. So, but people just always remember to remember who's first and who got you there.
Very good words. I appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you.
All righty, and Leonardo DiCaprio, hey, we're coming after you. We want you to call in. I know you may not be listening, but we're going to try somehow, some way to get you on the air.